As many of you guys know, the world's biggest news story has been, where is Benjamin Netanyahu? We're in a war with Iran, primarily led by Netanyahu, who got us into this war. And as about a week ago, he's just disappeared off of the face of the earth. And instead of confirming his status, where he is, what's going on, he's just been releasing a series of AI videos, or what's thought to be AI videos. So we're going to get into it. Stay tuned until the end. I'm going to actually walk you guys through this. And at the end, you'll be able to decide for yourself whether you think he's still alive or not.
Dead. Rumors are flying online that Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is either dead or in a coma. This is a claim that's been blasting through social platforms today. And tonight, we can tell you it's a very real possibility that Netanyahu was killed in a missile strike. Let's talk about what we know. First of all, Netanyahu had an in-person meeting this week with a U.S. envoy, and that meeting was canceled at the last minute. That means nothing on its own, right? But in reality, Netanyahu has not made any public appearances all week long until last night, when a video address to Israel was posted online. Here's the problem with that. That video address became a huge piece of evidence that something is very wrong. Look at the video. It's clearly AI. At one point, Netanyahu has 6 fingers, and then back to 5. Also, at another point in the video, some of his teeth disappear. Then they reappear. The video is clearly AI. It's not Netanyahu. But there's more, because late today, reports that the official office of the Prime Minister account on X posted this tweet before removing it. And that tweet reads like this, quote, "Rumors circulating on social media about PM Benjamin Netanyahu's status are unconfirmed." What does that mean? Unconfirmed? "We urge citizens to rely on verified updates. Efforts are underway to establish contact. PM Netanyahu remains committed to Israel's security." Again, that tweet was later deleted, but again, it's not evidence on its own that he's dead, but it's certainly very strange. Again, saying that these reports are unconfirmed. And then there's another situation that might be related. We don't know yet, but in a shocking moment just hours ago, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was pulled out of an interview because the president needed to speak with him urgently in the Situation Room. Watch the way Bessent can't find his words when he comes back.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem at all. See you shortly, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Secretary, I have to say, it's a first, I'm sure a last as well, that an interviewee's been pulled away to go to the Situation Room. How's the president? Was he stressed?
No, the president is in great spirits. The Iranian mission is proceeding well ahead of schedule, and I have to tell you, Wolf, that I have a teenager who's considering military service.
Again, evidence on its own that Netanyahu's dead? Absolutely not. But all of this taken together, and it is a story definitely worth watching very carefully.
Okay, so that's what got all of this speculation going. He's putting out AI videos. He's not making a public appearance. So what's going on here? As these speculations is going on, apparently Netanyahu's team is hearing about these rumors. So they decide to put out another video. And they put out this video right here of him in the coffee shop, which is even more ridiculous. Take a look at this.
אני מת על העם שלי. איך הם מתנהגים, פנטסטי. אתה רוצה לספור את מספר אצבעות? אתה יכול להראות לנו? פה.
Yeah, so one of the criticisms in the other video was that he had 6 fingers, so that's why he's doing this. He's like, oh, look at my hands. But it's like, as you guys can tell, this is clearly AI.
פה. ראית?
יפה מאוד.
לחיים.
Another thing they point out is his coffee nearly spilled towards the beginning, and that was another thing.
להתאוורר, אבל ליד מרחב מוגן. והעמידה שלכם היא מדהימה, נותנת כוח לי, לממשלה, לצה"ל, למוסד. אנחנו עושים דברים שאני לא יכול לשתף ברגע זה, אבל עושים דברים מכים באיראן חזק מאוד, גם ביום הזה, גם בלבנון, ממשיכים. אתם אומרים לי להמשיך? אני אומר לכולכם, גם אתם תמשיכו. תמשיכו להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, כל הזמן, להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, וגם לראשי הערים, להיות תמיד ליד מרחב מוגן.
Another funny joke that somebody made was that, oh, he paid for the coffee This must be AI, because you know them boys don't want to pay for nothing. That was another video that caused a major backlash. People are like, what the heck is this? You could just tell by this color grading that this is off. So that led to even more speculation. And their whole thing is to double down even more. Every time they release a video, people call it out, they double down. It's like they're trying to psyop us. They basically think that we're idiots. So take a look at this. Didn't they release this video? And one thing I want you guys to notice, the guy has not changed clothes. Same jacket, same fit. This is the new video that they released. Same jacket, same fit. Nothing has changed. They're just basically reusing the same footage and thinking we don't notice. So this is the newest video, and this video was released today.
איזה יופי.
תודה רבה.
תודה,
איזה
תודה לכם.
אלופים, תודה רבה.
תודה לכם. טוב, קצת לספוג שמש. שלום לכם. של מי הכלב? שלך. איזה סוג זה?
נענית, ישראלית.
נענית ישראלית, כל הכבוד. טוב, גם לא מגיע קצת.
ישראלית אמיתית.
יאללה, לכולכם מגיע. כן, כן. יצאתם להתעורר קצת?
כן.
יפה מאוד.
That was it. So if you guys pay attention to this clip, we'll rewind it. His ring is the main controversy here, where his ring basically just disappears mid-video.
יש משהו יותר יפה מזה? אין על ירושלים, אין, נהדר.
הוא השתגע מזה.
שמע, אני זוכר את זה.
אתה זוכר? קוראים לו גיא.
זה היה במטוס, אוקיי, תמסרו לו דש. איזה יופי. שלום. שלום לכם. גם אתם יצאתם קצת להתעורר.
Another thing you need to notice is the background characters, they all have COVID masks on. Why do you guys have masks? It's 2026. Nobody's wearing masks. The background, again, blurry, because these are signs to cover up AI flaws. The background, they blur it because AI cannot get really good backgrounds. The masks, basically any of these guys, any deformities in their face, this and that, the mask will cover it up. And Netanyahu himself has not had a change in clothes. He still has this weird, like waxy look, this weird lighting that's going on. There's just a lot of flaws. But let's take a look at this, because this breaks down the whole thing. Let's take a look.
Benjamin Netanyahu is not dead, except it's fake. Hold on, it really is. But there are two issues here. There's the technical side, because this sloppily made video is clearly AI once again. And then there's the context side, because if the video were real, and it's not, it makes zero sense. Let's talk about it here, because the clip released on Sunday shows that the Prime Minister is in perfect health. There he is, standing in what looks like a roadside cafe, joking with the camera. At one point, he even raises his hands and counts his fingers. He only has 5, not 6 fingers like he did in the last AI video. It's also hilarious. The problem with this video, though, is that it's also clearly AI. This isn't just AI. It's sloppy AI. First of all, notice the cup of coffee here. It's filled to the point of overflowing. But then Netanyahu picks up the cup. Nothing spills, despite the coffee sloshing around inside. Then when he takes a drink, there's no visible change in the level of the drink. No spill, no ripple. Later, he reaches down to put his hand in his pocket. And the pocket, you see there, it magically jumps over to cover his hand. Never seen a pocket do that in real life. Then today, a second video surfaced. This one supposedly shows Netanyahu hiking in the hills outside of Jerusalem. Except this video is also AI. But if you watch this particular video, watch here, you see Bibi is walking over to put his hand on the back of a chair. Except he has a ring on his finger when his hand starts to move, and then magically that ring disappears as he reaches for the chair. And then, once his hand gets there, poof, the ring is back. So, both of these videos have elements that are telltale signs of AI-generated videos. What about the context? Step back and look at the bigger picture. Right now, President Donald Trump is traveling internationally, meeting with allies, attempting to manage the fallout from a war that is rapidly expanding. See, the president is calling on NATO to get involved in this war and securing the Strait of Hormuz. But Netanyahu, he isn't doing any of that. In fact, in the last week, he has met with no one, not one world leader. And it's not just meetings. Netanyahu has not held a live press conference in days. He was not present at the country's security meeting on Saturday, and he missed the war meeting today. Absent from both in the middle of a massive war in which his country is struck by missile attack daily. But he really needs a cup of coffee and a photo op at an observation deck. This is ridiculous. There have been no major televised addresses, no interviews, just short videos posted online.
Now, let me give you guys my theory on what's going on here. So, this is the verifiable information we have. Netanyahu's plane did end up leaving the country on about, I believe, March 3rd or so. They ended up leaving the country. And what's really interesting is what they did when they ended up leaving Israel. So the rumors are basically Netanyahu's house was struck while he was in there, and then they apparently airlifted him out of the country. And when they airlifted him out, he was on the plane. In that plane, while he was in there, he ended up just doing loops all around Israel for 4 hours. I kid you not. If you guys track down the plane and you look at the flight patterns, it literally just circled over Israel for about 4 hours. What was it doing within those 4 hours? What I believe is that he was hit, and what they were trying to do was that they were trying to stabilize Netanyahu. They were trying to basically put him into this coma so that they could fly him to another country and then basically do the surgery and all of that needs to be done. Within those 4 hours, they ended up calling Germany and then basically saying, hey, can we bring him over? So they ended up flying him over there. So now let's get to these AI videos. Why do I think they're releasing these AI videos? Well, I actually commented it right here. Seems like he's injured or in a coma, which is why they're releasing these AI videos to buy time, which makes perfect sense, guys. He's in a coma. They don't want to make the call. They don't want to put the country in a panic. They're just releasing these AI videos and they're trying to see if he stabilizes. If he was obviously deceased, like many people are saying, then there wouldn't be a need to put out all these AI videos. What's the point of putting all of this effort into doing this, into doing that, if it's already confirmed? Then you might as well basically go on with the transfer of power. But they don't want to do that because there's a chance that he could come out of this. And then if he comes out of this, he's going to be very mad at his staff for betraying him, you know, giving up his leadership, this and that. So they're just basically like, you know what? Let's buy as much time as we possibly can. Let's see what ends up happening. Let's see if his condition ends up stabilizing. And in the meantime, we're just going to put out these AI videos. So that's my take on it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you guys think he's alive and just out here? Do you guys think he's deceased? Let me know your thoughts down below. And follow me on Instagram as well. My Instagram is really popping, guys. I got a lot of followers on there. I keep you guys updated every single day. I post several times a day, so follow me on there. Real News Daily. That's your boy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, comment, all that good stuff. It's your boy Scope. I'll catch you guys on the next one.